Hello and welcome to the season finale of AMRL Season 6, and we're here in Poland for the finale. We've already wrapped up both championships, Paradrive and S25M, taking them championships, and well, this is the last race. We will see IQOS and S25M as solo teams as they merge together next season, and this will also be the last race for Calabria course. They have unfortunately failed the activity tracker, so they will be replaced next season. So we could see some brand new teams next season. We also have a couple of special liveries. One is on screen right now, which is S25M, a Slovenian style livery for Paradrive, obviously from Slovenia. So yeah, special livery for him. And we also have a special livery here, Minardi, for the second week in a row, with a special livery, which I believe is a Swedish style livery for Oscar Fan, as he is retiring after this race, after this weekend in Mobile. So it'd be sad to see him go. He's had a very good season, especially in AMRL. So yeah, that's the special liveries for today. So let's go on board to this qualifying session. We've got Pigeon and Phoenix joint on pole. I saw Pigeon did a 0.33 in an open lobby the other day, so certainly one to watch out for. But Phoenix currently shares the front row, looking for his first ever feature win today, which he told me he has never won a feature race in AMRL. So could today be the day? A pole position would help. That is not going to help at the final corner. Who's going to take pole? Does look like Pigeon. No one can gain on the Pigeon. Yeah, and it will be, as Abono is in the pit lane. Pigeon on pole. And it's a Zipex sandwich there, as they are first and 15th. We have Phoenix on the front row. Well, they might switch. We'll have to wait and see what the game decides. Ludwig in P3, Francesco 4th, Oscar Fan 5th, Tyne 6th, Strudel P7, Zedguin takes P8, Lozzie 9th, and Kozil P10. And we have Vinny in P11, with Paradrive down in P12. I'm sure he won't mind, he's already won the title. Then we have Aloxia in 13th, Spyro takes P14, and Zipex saving themselves today with a lovely recovery in the team activity tracker, P50. Here we go, final race of the season. Phoenix actually gets the pole, so that's good for him. He will lead us underway. Pigeon P2 and a lot of drivers onto the medium tyres. Strudel the highest driver on the softs. Phoenix gets a lovely start. Manages to hold the lead for now. Pigeon going for a move around the outside. Can he get it done? Looks like he will. Phoenix onto the grass slightly, and that allows Pigeon to get through up into the lead of the race. But Phoenix fighting this one back. They're going to be side by side into these hairpins. Pigeon able to stay ahead. Francesco putting some pressure on, but slightly onto the grass. Doesn't lose any places there, but a bit of lag going on. Strudel onto the grass. Looks like we had a bit of a lag rocket between Tyne and Francesco there as well. Paradrive's had a lovely start on the soft tyres, all the way up to P6. So great stuff from him. Got Vinny's also had a good start. He's also on the soft up to P8, currently going for P7 as he dive bombs Oscar Fan. He is through as we see Zedguin onto the grass, unfortunately for him. He loses a few paces there. Got Vinny trying to make some more moves on his soft tyres around the outside of Ludwig. Phoenix now down to P5, so has had a bit of a bad lap 2 here. But Pigeon currently leads. Francesco second, Tyne P3. And Francesco going for the move, and we see some rain. This is going to really help those who started on the softs. So Paradrive and Vinny managed to make some great progress. And they are, well, if the rain isn't fake rain, let's not forget that. We had some fake rain in CPL last night, and that wasn't very good for some drivers, including Pigeon. So hopefully he makes the right decision this time. So you see Francesco very wide there, and bring in Phoenix along with him. Vinny now up to P4. Lovely stuff for Vinny. Pigeon, Tyne, Francesco, Vinny all into the pit lane. Paradrive stays out. This is going to be interesting. Is the rain here to stay? And it's going to get even harder. So all of those drivers who just pitted should get the advantage, especially as this track has a lot of corners. So I suspect these soft runners and all these drivers still on the dry tyres are going to lose a lot of time here. So I think all these Inters runners are going to be looking really good. Pigeon, Tyne, Francesco, then Vinny 4th. Lozzie could be up to 5th and Spyro could be up to 6th. They are quite far back at the moment though. As we see, these guys have caught the dry runners. Pigeon trying to make his way through, and that is not going to help. Onto the grass. Tyne gets through. Francesco also trying to get through. Vinny now trying to get through, and that has really helped Tyne with that battling with the dry runners. He's now 1.5 seconds ahead of this battle for P2. They're going to be 3 wide. Pigeon trying to get through. He's in the middle, but Francesco around the outside. Lovely move. He's up to P2, and Vinny unfortunately slightly onto the grass there, losing a bit of time. And the top 4 have now got a nice gap. Phoenix, who pitted that lap later, currently still P5. However, big gap to the top 4 as we see Peridrive trying to make a move. Let's wait and see if he can get it done a bit later on. We have Pigeon trying to make a move on Francesco. You may have also seen the rain has stopped and the track is starting to dry. As Francesco slightly onto the grass there, Pigeon able to get into P2 for now. Let's see how well he can hold it as the sun is now coming out. Lozzie trying to make a move on Peridrive. Made some great gains, Lozzie and Spyro pitting that off for them. So lovely stuff as we see Lozzie going up the inside of Peridrive. It's going to have to get the outside for the next corner. And Peridrive able to stay ahead for now, but Lozzie isn't going to give that one up yet. We saw Zed Green, a bit of a mistake there in the background. He's lost a bit of time. Ludwig down in P11, not a great race for him so far. We'll go back towards this fight here. Lozzie and now Spyro. So we see Zed Green, the first driver into the pit lane for some dry tyres. He's gone for the mediums. It is still a bit wet on the circuit, but might be able to make some gains towards the end of the lap. Wait and see, but Tyne looking good at the moment. Has a nice gap, but Pigeon and Francesco still doing good. Vinny looks like he's dropped off a little bit. He's now just ahead of Phoenix. They are both going to pit. Fortunately, ghosting is on, and they're both able to get in safely. But it does look like Phoenix did manage to get ahead there. Oscar Fan stays out on the Inters. Interesting strategy from him in his special livery today. As we see Phoenix get through. Vinny also able to get through as well as Peridrive. Back onto the soft tyres for Peridrive though. So going a bit aggressively here as we see Pigeon looks like he's managed to catch Tyne a bit. So maybe over the next few laps this could become a bit more of a battle. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Got lots of battles going on here though while all the drivers are trying to get past Oscar Fan. Is he going to pit here? Yes he is. So I think that lap has cost him a little bit there. I think he is going to lose a bit of time. He's going to come out all the way down in P13 to currently out the points. So yeah, really not a good strategy call there for him. Anyway, top 3 looking pretty good at the moment. Phoenix trying his best to close. Yeah, I've got to say the top 3 looking good for a podium. Obviously Pigeon already does have a podium this season. Tyne already has a win this season. Back in USA, the only driver not from S25M to win a race this season. So good job from him. Francesco also has a podium this season with a P3. So all of them looking for another podium. We've got Lozzie ahead of Zed Green. So Zed Green, who went early for the dry tyres, looks like he's managed to make it work, to be fair, up to P6. And Vinny slowly just dropping a bit further back. That's the joint fastest lap though, Vinny, 33.78. That's Spyro twitching about a bit there. But he's up into P8. Now Ludwig trying to make a move. He's going to be up the inside. He's on the soft tyres as well. Can he get it done? And it pretty comfortably gets it done. Up to P9 for Ludwig. Go a bit further up the front. We have Francesco making a move on Pigeon. Pigeon trying to go back up the inside. But the soft tyre is just the superior tyre at the moment. And Francesco able to get into P2. Bit of a mistake there though. And Pigeon straight back round the outside. Back up into P2 for Pigeon. He's not giving it up. Francesco pushes Pigeon slightly onto the sand there. Or the gravel. And is able to stay ahead. But look, that has helped Tyne slightly. He's managed to pull away a bit more from that fight. Pigeon still not giving up though. Is he going to go for a move? Not quite close enough that time around. Phoenix, I think he's managed to close up a little bit, but not a huge amount. Going to need a little bit more, however. Plenty of laps still left in this race, 23 laps still. We're only just over a third race distance at the moment. We have Spyro is lagging quite a bit. He might be told to DNF. He did fail this connection check in AMRL earlier on. And it's certainly not looking good for him at the moment. Got Vinny battling with Strudel for P10. Can Strudel make some moves? Possibly out the inside here. Is he going to be close enough? Not quite. Kozil becomes our first retirement of the race as Strudel into the grass there. Unfortunate for him. We see Oscar Fan trying to make a move into the points positions. Can he go out the inside here? We saw Oscar Fan obviously win UMRL very comfortably earlier on today. And now he's finally into the points in this AMRL race. Pigeon and Francesco still battling. Pigeon back ahead now that the soft tyres are starting to die. The tyres don't last particularly long around here. They fall off pretty quickly due to the amount of lower speed corners there are. And there he is into the pit lane for a set of mediums. He's going to come out behind Ted Queen in P6. Go a bit further back here. We got a few drivers pretty close together. Can Vinny re-pass Strudel and get back into the top 10? He's going to have a look to the outside. Can't make it work there though. Onto the grass is Oscar Fan. Going to have a look. He's on the softs as well. But they might also be starting to die, just like Francesco's did. As Spyro is out of control. And hopefully we'll be told to DNF soon. Can we get Spyro to DNF? There we go. Nick Hill can hear me. Not literally. Hopefully not, unless he's in my basement. There we go. He's left the game, but his car is still causing havoc. Pushed Strudel a little bit there. And there we go. His car is finally gone. And he becomes our second retirement of the race. And that is that the same team as well that is out? Yes, it is. Hurricane. Both of their drivers now out the race. So that's unfortunate for them. And let's get back into the action. We have Zed Green has been passed by Francesco. A bit further up, Pigeon. Still the gap pretty similar to Tyne and to Phoenix as well. Peridrive has also pitted. He's out in P7 behind Lozzie at the moment, trying to catch him. Zed Green is going to pit. Obviously was the first driver to jump onto the mediums. He's gone for another set of the medium tyres. Where's he going to come out? Just ahead of Strudel. Might have been helped slightly there by Spyro to get ahead of Strudel and Oscar Fan. I suspect Oscar Fan will be in the pit lane soon. His tyres aren't looking very good. So we see a locked in. Currently now in P10. Obviously is still on the tyres. He pitted from the wets. But Vinny also hasn't pitted yet either, so he's lost a bit of time. Ludwig has pitted. He'll be pretty eager to try and get past these. He's going to go out the inside of Vinny. And unfortunately, both into the grass there. That is going to not be ideal for Ludwig as Vinny tries to enter the pit lane. Unfortunately, doesn't quite make it. And after such a lovely start, it has all come kind of crashing down a bit for Vinny. You know, Pigeon currently leads. Tyne has pitted though, so we'll have to wait and see. But Francesco has made a lovely undercut on Tyne. As we see Pigeon pit, where's he going to come out? Pigeon looked like he was really struggling there on that previous lap. But he's out not too far behind Tyne. Hasn't lost a huge amount of time. Peridrive has managed to close up though. Another set of soft tyres for him. So he's loving the softs today. And it's working currently. Started quite far down the grid. And now he's in P5 as we see some more rain. That is really going to help Phoenix. We saw the first set of rain not help him whatsoever. This one, well, it could help him. Not going to guarantee it helps him. Francesco's in. Tyne stays out. So this could be crucial for the win. Tyne and Pigeon who both gambled earlier on by pitting, they're now gambling by staying out. So doing the opposite of what they did earlier. Is it going to pay off? This rain, is it going to stay? Or will it be gone instantly? And it's going to be gone instantly. These two have hit the jackpot today in terms of the rain. So it looks like they might be 1-2. They could even be quite far ahead by the time the rain stops and clears up. But Francesco and Phoenix battling for the podium. To be fair, this has helped Phoenix. He has managed to close up. He's now in the fight for the podium. This could also help Zed Green and Ludwig, if I can stop pressing the wrong buttons and get to the back of them. Zed Green also on the dry tyres. He could definitely be in the fight for the podium once the Inter runners pit. So, yeah, could be another podium for Zed Green. Obviously won last week in Belgium. And how far are the top two going to be ahead? And Pigeon has managed to close up, also has the fresher tyres. So can we see a Pigeon win here? I would love a Pigeon win, for sure. Anyway, the Inter runners are finally in. And look at the gap. It's going to be Zed Green actually takes P3. And he is 9 seconds behind the top two. So it's going to have to take some sort of disaster for the top two to not finish 1 and 2 today. But we'll see in what order. Pigeon currently has the lead, has the fresher tyres. And it is looking good for him. As it stands, will be great for Zipex Automotive as well. Currently P8 in the Constructors. And obviously Calabria not on for many points, so they could definitely jump up to P7 today. To wait and see what happens in that battle. Pigeon going around the outside of Time. Can't quite get it done there though. Time using his car very nicely and taking up a lot of the circuit. Yeah, Zed Green is now almost 4 seconds ahead of Phoenix as well, so this is looking good for Zed Green. A very good strategy call to stay out. Could be good. Has really helped Ludwig as well. Up to P6 now for Ludwig. So yeah, very nice for him. He was P2 in the standings before today, so trying to solidify that P2. So we see, I think that was a bit of a mistake there from Phoenix as well, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. Bono, who has finally got a strategy call right for the rain. That might be the first. He's still last though, and has just been pushed out there by Vinny, and then made another mini mistake of his own. So unfortunately, he's into the pit lane now, and his strategy call may not have helped him too much. You know, Peradriver's managed to get past Ludwig. Maybe a mistake there from Ludwig. He's dropped quite far off the back of Peradriver as well. And Phoenix staying ahead for now. Not going to lie, it does look like he's struggling a bit though with pace. 34.5 there. And Francesco trying to get the inside. He takes P4. Can Phoenix make a move though? Bit of an aggressive move, and Francesco, unfortunately, loses a lot of time. Phoenix also a bit slow there. I'm not sure whether he was slowing down and saw Peradrive go through and thought nah. But certainly looks a bit slower there. But now Peradrive in the battle for P4. Tyne has pitted for the final time in this race. He has 9 laps to do on mediums. Pigeon here. Could he go for a set of softs? 8 laps on softs, definitely doable. We saw every single driver in AMRL do an 8 lap soft stint. So it definitely is a possible strategy. And could give him the upper hand for this final stint and for the battle for the win. Here he goes. Yes, he is out on the soft tyres. And where's he going to come out? Can he get ahead of Tyne? Tyne's going to look to the outside. And he is ahead. And on the soft tyres, this is looking good for Pigeon. If he can hold his nerve and keep it together. But Tyne able to make the move. That could be crucial for Tyne. He needs to try and stay with Pigeon for as long as possible. Because by the time we get to the last lap or two, Tyne's tyres might start to get better. But Pigeon, really nice move. Tyne taking up a lot of the circuit, but Pigeon able to find a gap and able to make the move. Tyne trying to go up the inside. Pigeon covers that one off. Is he going to have another look? Not quite. Pigeon will be pretty eager to try and pull away and utilise his soft tyres as much as possible. So we've seen these drivers are on the hards. We've got Z Green on the softs. So I don't think any of them will have to pit again. So this is going to be interesting to see how much progress Z Green can make. He's got Francesco and Peridrive not too far ahead. And then he's got Phoenix a bit further up the road. What kind of progress can he make to the podium, possibly? Let's wait and see. Pigeon. Has he pulled out of slipstream? It doesn't look like Tiny's gaining much. Pigeon sets a fastest lap of the race, and that's a big mistake from Tyne. And now Pigeon, this could be scenes. Pigeon going for the win here. This would be lovely stuff. Pigeon win before Matt. We would love to see it. As Phoenix still holding on for P3 for now. Z Green has managed to close up. But how well can he utilise those soft tyres? Francesco very slow there, braking very aggressively. And that has cost Z Green a bit of time. Can't quite find a move here. And he's also lost a bit of time there, a bit slow. Z Green looking to the outside. And he's managed to make it work. Up to P5, he's now got his teammate ahead of him. To wait and see how easy Peridrive is going to make this move. There's only 5 laps, including this one, to go. And Z Green doesn't look like he's making huge gains though on his teammate, and that is a mistake. And that could be his podium chances gone, possibly. And it's looking good for Phoenix to take a podium. Yeah, would be his 5th podium of the season, Phoenix. So looking good for him. Pigeon, it is looking amazing for Pigeon. He has pulled away even further. 2 seconds is the gap. And it looks like Pigeon could be on for a win here. He has poles in UMRL, but has never stood on the top step as far as I'm aware. I could be completely wrong, but I do not remember a Pigeon win. So this could be scenes. Tyne still looking good for P2 though. Could be a good result for himself. And possibly for Iquos as well. They weren't too far behind APA going into today. However, Francesco is in the battle for P5 at the moment, so they might not gain a huge amount of points. However, Strudel is P8, so I think it'll be close if it stays like this. And Pigeon onto the penultimate lap now. For him, had a lovely race in CPL yesterday with a P3, and it looks like he is going to top his weekend by winning in AMRL, and he still has UMRL tomorrow to go. Can we see some even bigger things from Pigeon tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Any battling going on? Not really. We've got Z Green. His tyres maybe starting to fall off a bit. Trying to close up to Francesco and get the P5. Is he going to make the move? No. A bit of a mistake there. And I think that could be the end of it. As there's not really many battles, we might as well go on board with the front. Zipex Automotive, a brand new team coming into AMRL this season, and they were very close to not being a team at the end of this season. However, Pigeon and Albono and also Larry have managed to somehow recover the activity points, and they will be a team next season. And this is a great way to cap off what has been a very eventful season for them. Pigeon is going to win in Poland. Lovely stuff. It is beautiful stuff from Pigeon. Tyne takes P2, and it's going to be a podium for Phoenix. Peridrive will take the P4 in his final AMRL race, and it's Francesco P5. Z Green takes P6. Ludwig is going to take P7, and it's Strudel coming home for P8. Oscar Fan recovers to P9 in his final race before his retirement, and it's going to be Lozzie P10. Loxian will take P11, and it's going to be Vinny to take the final point in P12. Albono is our last finisher in P13, and then our 2 retirements, both HRTs, 14th and 15th. But yeah, lovely end to the season, and that is AMRL Season 6, done and dusted. Peridrive is your champion, S25M are your Constructors champions, but Pigeon is a race winner. Lovely stuff for him, very, very happy for him. Anyway, that is, as I said, AMRL Season 6, all done. Hope you enjoyed. It's been a very dominant season. But yeah, You've got to give credit where credit's due. S25M and Peridrive, very, very good. Oh, I've got into a Monaco race by myself. Anyway, why am I spectating myself? Anyway, that is it. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back next season and hope to see you there too. Goodbye.